Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. This is my first video of 2021. Hopefully this year will be a lot better than the last. I didn't really have much of an agenda for this video, but I just needed to get a video out. So I thought I'd talk about what I've been dealing with lately and share with you guys my thoughts on New Year's, resolutions, and the one resolution that I hope you all can achieve this year. So here's my thoughts on New Year's. Honestly, I've always been kind of grinchy about New Year's. Like if there's a New Year's Grinch, that's sort of who I would relate to. I don't know, I just don't see how a change of the year, like you're just having to write a new year now instead of the same year you've been writing all year when you date something. I don't see how big of a deal that is. Like, it is good in the sense of it kind of forces a bookend where you can then plan ahead for your goals for the next year. So I get that in a sense, and I do plan on making a lot of goals for my business for this year. But at the same time, I just find it kind of silly. If you have something in July that comes to your brain that you think, I need to change this about my life, you don't need to wait until New Year's. New Year's resolutions I've always found to be silly because you forget about them after a month. Anyone who's a regular gym goer will tell you, January and February are the worst because suddenly their usual place is bombarded with people who think that their New Year's resolution to get fit is gonna happen. And then they taper off because people don't stick to them. People make these resolutions because you feel you need to make a resolution because it's New Year's. And that's why they don't stick. So if it's July, if it's April, if it's November, and you think, I wanna get fit, then do it. Don't wait for New Year's. In fact, I'd suggest against it because that's when the gyms and yoga studios and all of that are full. But yeah, I find New Year's resolutions to be kind of silly in that regard. That being said, one New Year's resolution that I want everyone watching to follow and to keep and not forget for this whole year is to take care of your mental health. It is so important, and I have decided that that is my New Year's resolution every year. Anytime I feel like I want to lose some weight, I'm just gonna try and lose some weight, and it doesn't matter the calendar. That was a tangent, and I'm sorry. So I wanted to share a little bit about why this is something I want to talk about right now. A little under a month ago, I'd say about 3 weeks ago, my depression was really bad. I did a video recently talking through a breakdown that I had. I was having a really bad depressive episode, and I basically shot a video spilling out my feelings. Since that video, I had been kind of in this prolonged mental breakdown that was handleable, like I could live with it. But then it got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And I always tell everyone, reach out. You gotta reach out if you need help. Reach out, your mental health is important. So I decided I gotta take my own advice. So I decided to call my doctor. And I told her what's been going on, how long it's been going on, and just the intensity of it in the past month before I called. Leading up to the holidays, it was just really tough not knowing what was going to happen with this pandemic, if I was going to be able to see my family, and it just feeling horrible for other people who were really suffering this time of year too. So I spoke to her about that, and we decided that I would do a change in my dosage with my meds. I didn't change any meds, but I increased my dosage of one of them. And she also referred me to, like, it's this online thing where it matches you up with either social workers or psychologists or psychiatrists and, you know, mental health professionals. So I did that. I took a little survey in there, and then someone called me. We had like an intake call, and then she connected me with a mental health professional. So I've done 2 sessions with that person, and I've been taking my increased dosage in meds, and I have to tell you, I actually feel a lot better. I'm so frustrated, really frustrated that the COVID numbers are hugely increasing. I'm frustrated about everything I see in the news lately. I'm in Canada, but I've been seeing the news and stuff in the States, and a lot of that is very, very difficult to hear and very difficult to understand. So that's still stuff that I'm having a hard time with. But in general, I'm starting to feel like I have more motivation to get things done. I was at a really low point. I had the messiest kitchen in the world. I barely wanted to spend time with my daughter. I was just in the room with her all the time because if I'm not, she gets very upset. And I love her dearly, and that never wavered this whole time, but I would want to sit on the couch and just let her play, and that's it. I didn't want to do anything. I had no energy to do anything and no desire, and just walking through my house, seeing the messy kitchen, seeing the messy bedroom, and this ensuite here I still need to tackle. But seeing all that just discouraged me more. But now I'm feeling like I can handle it a lot better, and I've gotten a bit of a handle on my kitchen, and I'm getting a little better with keeping this house clean. It's very hard when you have 4 pets and a toddler and a husband, but I'm feeling the desire to actually do it now. I don't feel like sitting on the couch all day anymore, and I've been down on the floor playing with Cassidy so much more just in these past 2 weeks, and I'm really feeling a difference. So that is why I want to urge you that if you are struggling with your mental health at all and you're thinking maybe I should talk to my doctor about it, even if you've already talked to your doctor about it, you're already on meds, but you feel like you need a change or something's not going right anymore, just reach out, because oh my God, I'm feeling so much better, and I would still be in this horrible pit of despair if I hadn't done that. And everything that's going on right now, the significant increase in numbers and just horrible news everywhere, I don't know how my brain would be handling this all right now if I hadn't done these interventions that I needed. So I need you to promise me, if you feel like you need help, reach out. Please. You are so worth it. Your life can improve so much in a short amount of time just by making little changes. And sometimes it won't be a short amount of time. Sometimes it takes a while to find a good med balance, a good dosage, a good mental health professional. Sometimes you don't really mesh with them very well. Like the first therapist I ever saw, actually, she kind of turned me off of therapy for a little while, even though I did logically know it's really good for you. But I just didn't mesh with her, and it's nothing super against her. I mean, she was late all the time, and like I was her first appointment, so like that I'm holding against her, like, you know, there's 2 cats fighting. But anyway, you know, if your first appointment of the day is at 11 a.m., I think you can get there on time. And I think you should be getting there before your clients. But anyway, if it takes a little bit of time, don't get discouraged. Do what you gotta do to get yourself to a point where you're feeling at least a little better. I'm certainly not in a perfect position. I have a lot more improvement to do, and I know as I speak with my therapist person, things will get a lot better. So I'm really, really excited about that, and I'm excited about, you know, getting back to business. I'm gonna start uploading regularly again. I think I will stick with the every other week videos for right now until I feel like I've really gotten myself into a good groove, if that makes sense. I want to really spend a lot of time with Cassidy right now. She's getting so close to walking and hopefully so close to talking. She's stressing me out, man. But yeah, so I want to be able to give her as much of my attention as possible. So that's the plan right now. And I also have a few other ideas for my business that I want to do, and I want to see if I can make those happen. But yeah, so this has been an entirely rambly video. Yeah. I hope you guys had, oh my goodness, stop fighting. I'm going to ball up a sock. I didn't even hit her. It's the deaf one who is attacking the other one. So I can't even yell at her to say stop, and I don't feel like getting up off the floor. Oh, another thing I've been doing for myself too, because it's not even just your mental health. You really need to take care of your physical health. Stop growling. I've started seeing a physiotherapist because I have really bad ankles and knees, and I discovered apparently I have really tight hips now, which can happen after having a baby, he told me. So yeah, I've been working on that. My ankles are really sore today though, and I just don't feel like getting up off the floor more than I need to, which is why I don't want to go over there, and that's why this popped into my head. Yeah, anyway, do what you gotta do, get healthy, see whoever you need to see to get your brain and your body healthy. You are worth it, you deserve it. You only have one life and you might as well not suffer through it. So that is the only resolution I have for you guys. For the rest of the year, if a goal comes to mind, just go for it. Don't wait until 2022, because who knows what this year will bring. Anyway, that is it for me today. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Scratch all this. I need to lower this. That is so much better. And the background is bothering me. Oh, so is that. Here we go. Hey, there are cats everywhere in this room, as per usual. And they're making noises and it's driving me crazy. Okay, if you suddenly... Okay. Stop it. Hey, guys, stop fighting. Oh, it died. My little light box died. That's not what I'm talking about.